Hey there, this is Justin. I'm the founder of Mona, and today I'm going to walk you through a quick demo showing you all of the amazing features we have. So first things first, once you have entered your payment information and subscribed via the Stripe page, you're going to come back to monaverse.com. And if you're not already, you're going to have to log in. If this is your first time logging in with Mona, you'll be prompted to create a new account, and then you will receive an email with a link to click and fill in some detail there to create your account. But for me, I'm just going to log in, and I'm going to enter my email. It's going to send me a one-time passcode to my email, which I'm going to copy and paste right here, and we're going to sign in. Great. Now, Mona AI is the fastest and best way to go from text or image to a high-quality 3D model. So to start, we're going to test out the text feature. If you want to jump into image, you can. We're going to start with text. And the way this works is I'm basically going to describe the 3D model that I want using just natural language text. So today I am going to build a chair. I'm going to build a mid-century modern chair. Now, the more detail you give, the better to create something that is exactly what you're imagining. But I'm just going to type that in, click create, and you'll see within a few seconds, we'll have a preview image of our chair. There we are. Now, if you want, you can go straight to 3D, and I'm just going to show you what this pipeline looks like. We have a couple of options here, which I'll walk through in a second, but we're going to go straight to turn to 3D SD, which is standard definition. And, again, if this is, you just really quickly need to get a 3D model, you'll see in just a few seconds, we typed mid-century chair, gave us a preview image of that chair. We clicked turn to 3D, and now in just another few seconds, we're going to have a 3D model of the chair. And there it is. So that looks pretty good. But now, say you want to make some edits to this 3D model. What you can do is click up at the top. We have fine tune. And basically, I'm going to click that. It's going to show me the original image of the chair. And now, say we want to make the fabric a different color. So I'm going to say, make the fabric green instead. And we're going to click apply. And so with the fine-tune feature, it's an iterative editing process. So basically, you can give the AI system instructions in terms of what edits you'd like to make to your model. And using just text, here we go, we have the fabric is now green. It's the same exact chair, and we have just changed the fabric. Say you want to see this from a different angle. You can also say show 3/4 view instead. And it will give you the same chair, but shown from a different angle. So this is a really, really powerful feature where you could basically chat with our AI as you would almost like a creative director and just give it the instructions that you'd like, and it'll make the changes for you. I'm just going to show you what this looks like. We're going to go to 3D SD once more, and we'll see the changes that have been made in 3D. There we are. Now we have the same chair, a new model with green fabric. Pretty incredible. Now what I'd love to do is show you the high quality, high definition 3D pipeline we have as well. So if we go back to fine tune, actually I'm going to go to 2D. So if you click up at the top, we have a couple other options. 2D will take you back to the actual 2D image of the chair. And if you want to now convert this into a higher definition 3D model, we now have some other options. We have turn to 3D. We're going to click turn to 3D. Instead of selecting SD, we're going to select HD. Basically what this will do, you'll click more options at the bottom, and you will be able to now create a higher definition version of that 3D model of the chair. This is in case you want to have a little bit more control over over the model. You want to get a little more definition in there. I'm going to change the texture quality to high definition. If you want physically based rendered materials and textures, you can select that as well. I'll turn that on just so you can see what that looks like. We have some other counts as well. We have polygon count limit. We recommend leaving that on auto, but you can get really specific and specify the number of polygons you'd like. We also have an auto sizing option. You can also leave that off by default. And we also have a style transfer feature where you can select a different visual style. Say you want the chair in all gold, or say you want the chair to look like clay. You can do that as well. We're going to leave this in the original style, though, just to show you what this looks like. And we're going to click Turn to 3D HD. Now, because this is going to generate a much higher definition version of the chair model, it's going to take a bit longer, you'll see, than just rendering in standard definition. The AI system is building in more polygons. It's making sure it's capturing all of that detail from all of the angles. And, this one could, take a minute or so to generate the high def version. And it kind of depends. Depends on the type of model you're generating, depends on the visual complexity. But you'll see it's still pretty fast. And you'll see here the definition is going to be much higher than just the standard def. Still going here. Feel free to, you can actually close out of this window and come back. And actually, here we go, it's done. So you can see now, because we selected PBR, the physically based rendering textures and materials, you'll see we get a little bit more realistic lighting going across the model. You kind of see the light reflecting off of the surface a little bit more. If we zoom in a bit, we can actually see we're getting a ton of texture detail in this model. And so, yeah, there you have it. This is the high def version of the model. Again, it took a little bit longer than standard def, but it allows you to get much more detail in your 3D model if that's something that you need. Forgot to mention too, once you're viewing your 3D model, up at the top, one of the options you have is to download. So you can just click download, and that will give you the model in the GLB format. We are adding other formats pretty soon here. For now, it gives you the GLB, which is fully interoperable. You can bring that into any 3D editing software. It's also ready to view and share across the web or any app. And there you have it. That is the standard definition and high definition pipeline for 3D. You'll see at the left, we have a couple of options here. You can click models to view any of the 3D models you've created. Here's an example of a Tyrannosaurus Rex that I generated using the HD pipeline. Pretty cool. What's really cool is we also have rigging features. And so when you're viewing any of your 3D models, if you're making a character, for example, that you want to apply animation to, you can actually click rig, and it will generate a rig for you that you can then bring into any animation software and start applying different animations to. You can download animations from Mixamo, other sources, and apply them really easily. I'm going to close this out and just let it rig in the background. Rigging typically takes about a minute or so. Could be faster, could be shorter, depending on the complexity of the model. And then while that's rigging in the background, I am just going to show you these other options here. If you go to My Images, it shows you all of the images of everything that you've generated. You can click into any of these, and it gives you those options again to fine tune, turn to 3D. If you have a 3D model associated with the image here, you can click 3D, and it'll bring you straight to view the 3D model that you generated. And we also have an option here for styles. Styles is a really exciting feature, and I'm going to show you how that works. if we go back to create, say we want to make a chair, but we want to make it in a specific visual style. That's where we can use our style transfer feature. It's a really, really powerful tool. So say we, again, we want to make a mid-century modern chair. Let's try it again. And this time we want to apply a visual style to it. Basically, we'll have a couple of preset default styles that you can choose from. You can also access styles that you have previously uploaded in your style library. I'm just going to click Add Style here just to show you what that looks like. So here's where you enter the style name, and I'm just going to call this my style. And then what we're going to do is upload an image here to basically use to guide the AI tool for the style we want. So I'm just going to grab this kind of like dreamy, magical image. That's going to click Save Style, and that'll save it as a visual style for us. So, okay, so we have uploaded our image style and selected it as my style. We're going to click Apply, and now we're going to click Create to generate that first preview image of the chair. So again, this will take a few seconds. We'll give us that first preview image. Once you've uploaded a style, you can actually access this feature straight from your My Assets panel under Images. But I'm just going to show you how to do it from scratch here. Instead of going to fine tune, what we're going to do is click Apply My Style to this preview image of the chair. And you'll see it will take in that input from the image that you upload, and it will sort of apply it to the chair. So you see we're getting a lot of that fun, bright color texture detail here in the texture of the model. And then we're going to click Turn to 3D. And in a few seconds, we'll get a new 3D render of this new, really fun, imaginative, mid-century modern chair. Just take another few seconds here. And there we have it. Pretty cool. And it applies it all around the model. And so that is the style transfer feature. Again, you can access this feature from anywhere within Images. So say you want to apply this to the dinosaur, you can simply select the dinosaur, and then from there, you can apply the styles there, and you can access your styles from the Styles panel at the left. Great. Now, we were rigging an asset, so I'm just going to check in on that now. It was this dinosaur here. You can see, so that job finished in the background. Now we have the button that says rigged, and there you have it. In just about a minute or so, we clicked away from that. In about a minute or so, we have a perfectly rigged dinosaur. It's just incredible. This did this automatically. You don't have to place any joints. It does all the joints for you. It's gotten both of the legs, it's got the arms, it's got the head, the spine, all the way down to the tail, straight up through to the mouth and the jaw. So really, really incredible. Now with this, this is just, you can now view both generic rig or the unrigged model. And now you can also download this model. Downloading will again give you a GLB, but this time it gives you all of the skeleton information with this rig. And now you can bring this into any 3D software. You can bring it into WebGL. You can apply animation to it, and it will animate for you. Pretty incredible. Now the next feature I want to show you is from Image. The model does an incredible job of translating text to image to 3D, but it also does a really, really fantastic job of translating image straight to 3D. So I'm going to drag and drop the image right here. Again, we have our options. We can do HD. We can select the image style we want. We can specify the texture size that we want. I'm just going to go straight from image to turn to 3D SD, and let's see what we get. This will take just a few seconds. All right, there we go. Wow, that is amazing. Look at this chair. Again, you can go straight to download it, take that GLB, drop it into any software program, and use it. Wow, this is incredible. Now, what I would love to do is I would love to see this in HD. So I'm going to click over to 2D, go to the 2D image of the chair, click turn to 3D. I'm going to select HD this time, select more options. We're going to go HD on the texture quality, leave poly count at auto. I'll turn on PBR materials. Actually, I'll leave it off so you can see what this version looks like. We're going to keep original style, and we're going to go turn to 3D HD and see what we get here. So again, because we are now generating a much higher resolution 3D model, it's going to take a bit longer than the standard definition version. Could take about a minute or two, but I'm really excited for what the results are going to be here. And there we go. Wow, look at this. So this is the HD version. Look at all of that texture detail. Incredible. So now I can, again, simply download this GLB, drop it into any 3D software, and I'm ready to go. All right, and that's about it. So thank you so much for tuning in to check out this quick demo of how Mona AI works. If you have any questions whatsoever, if you run into any technical difficulties, or if you need help, please feel free to click on the bottom right. We have this little intercom pop-up. You can send us a message right here, and we'll reply as soon as we can. You can also click to submit a feature request if there's a feature that you would like to see, but you don't see here. And yeah, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you so much for trying out Mona AI, and I hope you have a great day.